Playing the original Digimon World trilogy for PlayStation stands out to me as some of the best memories I had on that system. And even though each sequel made changes that initially felt underwhelming upon first impressions, I would eventually learn to appreciate the diversity in gameplay on display here. And I think that's what makes this particular trilogy so intriguing to me. The first Digimon World was the debut Digimon game, and it set a precedent on how to adapt a Digimon V-Pet into the form of a video game. This game carried over all the care and training aspects of the virtual pet devices and blended them into a monster collecting role-playing game. However, each subsequent Digimon World game was vastly different. The first sequel, Digimon World 2, was more akin to a dungeon crawler, with gameplay that had you navigating a series of labyrinths to reach the exit while collecting treasure and fighting Digimon all along the way. Much like a mystery dungeon game if you're familiar with those. And the series would ditch these gameplay mechanics once more upon the release of World 3, which plays the most like a traditional JRPG of the entire trilogy here. And you know what? That's kind of awesome to me. I always felt that these changes kept the series nice and fresh. And as long as you keep what I love most about Digimon, like Digievolutions and the ability to obtain more monsters throughout the game, then I'm happy. However, there is one caveat with these inconsistencies in the ever-changing gameplay, and that's that you have to relearn how Digievolution works. Each game changed the previously established rules, and that means relearning how to digivolve into your favorite Digimon. In fact, we're only 2 games into the Digimon World series, and it's already time to whip out that notepad and start taking some notes on how to get that Vidramon that you want in your team. Because in this video, we'll be taking a look at how to digivolve, how to DNA Digivolve, when to digivolve, and I'll be showing you the formula for determining the new Digimon's raised level cap. So, let's learn all about Digimon World 2's Digievolutions by jumping right into the game plan. So eventually I want to dive into how all 3 of these games work as far as Digievolution goes, but since my last video was World 3 and I've been playing World 2 a lot lately, I want to shift my attention to that game for this video, as I've really been getting into it lately and figuring things out about it as well. So, one of the most important parts of Digimon World 2 is having good team composition. Well, that and a fully decked out Digibeetle. But most importantly, both high ranks and a good variety of Digimon types will help prepare you for the many surprises that await you in each dungeon. It's pretty common knowledge amongst most fans of the series that there are 6 stages or levels in a Digimon's lifespan: Baby, In Training, Rookie, Champion, Ultimate, and Mega. But for this game, only Rookie and higher exist in battles, which makes sense, but at the same time, sorry Tokomon fans. This is before Cyber Sleuth, where your Botomon could shoot bubbles. The requirements to achieve these forms in World 2 is a matter of leveling up. Each form or rank has a level range that must be reached to qualify. These levels range from 0 to 11 for Rookie, 11 to 21 for Champion, 21 to 31 for Ultimate, and 31 and higher for Mega. And you might be wondering to yourself, can I grind my recently acquired Snow Agumon to level 31, then digivolve it into a Were Garurumon? No. That Snow Agumon probably has a level cap of about 14 or so, like most newly acquired rookies in the game. However, you can get a Frigimon starting at level 11. Eventually you can get an even stronger champion than Frigimon like Mojiamon or even Garurumon with the power of Digievolution points, which I will explain later. I'll also teach you how to raise the level cap so that you may progress beyond the champion rank, and eventually make your way into the Ultimate and Mega rank, and I'll go into detail about both of those right about now. So, DNA Digivolution has two major purposes. 1. To raise the level cap of your Digimon, and 2. To unlock the opportunity to evolve into a larger variety of Digimon. Let's go back to that Snow Agumon as an example again. Snow Agumon has 3 possible champions it can digivolve into at level 11. Frigimon, Mogiamon, and Garurumon. However, the last 2 require a certain amount of Digievolution points, or DP. For Garurumon, you need at least 6 DP, and for Mogiamon, you need between 3 and 5 DP. Anything less and you'll evolve into Frigimon. How do you get Digievolution points? Well, you can get lucky and come across the very rare DNA Up chip, but the primary way to accumulate DP is to earn them through DNA Digievolution, where you can earn a single point for every DNA Digievolution you put your Digimon through. And that leads us to our next question. What is DNA Digievolution and how do you do it? Well, much like the birds and the bees, you need 2 Digimon to tango in the lab and boom, you have a brand new Digimon. And that new Digimon now has a single Digievolution point. So basically rinse and repeat to accumulate DP and unlock more potential outcomes. And just to demonstrate, I'm going to take my Bakemon who already has 1 DP and DNA him with my Ogremon to get Gazimon. And as you can see here, Gazimon came into this world with 2 DP, because this is the second DNA Digievolution I have put it through. But that's not all. DNA Digievolution has yet another perk that you should know about, because it can also raise the level cap of your new Digimon. And this is very important because you definitely want to raise the level of your Digimon beyond the champion level to eventually get yourself into that awesome Ultimate and Mega Digimon tier. Now we're gonna start getting into some boring math. The new Digimon's level cap is dependent on a formula that involves the current parent's level. That formula being the stronger parent's level plus the weaker parent's level divided by 5. And now I'm going to illustrate the formula for you by having S represent the stronger Digimon and W for the weaker Digimon. And that's how you get your new level cap. Let's take a look at Gazimon's parents again. Bakemon is level 15 and Ogremon is level 11. 15 plus 11 divided by 5, which turns out to be 2. Putting these numbers into the equation like this should result in a new level cap of 17. And no, the game does not take into consideration possible decimal points. And just to prove that the formula works, I'm going to show you me capping out Gazimon all the way to level 17. And as you can see here, Gazimon's level is now 17. And I can tell because the experience points are all 9s. So if you ever see this crazy number, you have officially hit your maximum level. I also want to mention a few other things to take note of about DNA Digievolution. The 2 parent Digimon must be at least on a champion level to DNA Digivolve. The resulting Digimon will always be a rank lower than the weakest parent Digimon's rank. Example, if you DNA 2 Ultimate Digimon, you will get a champion, while a champion and an Ultimate will give you a rookie, since that is a rank lower than the weaker parent. Also try to max out the level of both the parents before DNA Digievolution, or else you might end up unintentionally gimping your new Digimon by a level or 2. Example, let's take a look back at my Ogremon. If they had been level 15 rather than 11, my Gazimon would have a level cap of 18 instead of 17. Not a huge difference, but this does help a lot more in the later levels for sure. If we're getting as strong as early as possible, every little bit helps. And lastly, try to pay attention to the end result screen after a battle, because if your Digimon is capped out and you continue to grind without noticing, you're just throwing away valuable experience. When I first played this game, I was in a hurry to level up as much as I could that I would unintentionally skip and not notice all those 9s on my result screen. Eventually I would take note and look up what this meant, only to find out that I had been grinding for no reason. Now there's something else I want to talk about as far as DNA Digievolution goes. And that's how to determine what Digimon you'll get when it comes to combining different Digimon. Well, luckily for you, you can always just check the Digimon lab and they'll tell you the result before you even consider getting a new Digimon. Or you could mess around with the Digimon World 2 DNA tool at metalkid.info. I'll be leaving a link in the description below if you want to check that out. Whew, alright, that was a good bit of info and math and whatnot, but at the end of the day, I hope you all learned something new, and for those intimidated by how cryptic Digimon World 2 can be for some newcomers, I certainly hope you feel more encouraged to play the game than ever. This game is just so much fun despite it being kinda grindy, but for me it's just so gratifying to get your dream Digimon, and even better, your dream Digimon team, that you can even show off to all your friends in the tournament mode in the game. But anyways, thank you all so much for taking time to watch this video. If you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe so that they end up in your subscriber feed, because I plan on doing a lot more games like this in the Game Plan series, where I take a deep dive into the mechanics of some of my favorite games. So anyways, I'll see you in the next video.